Yo, what's up, guys? Hello. Uh, Dude, the weather is getting good enough to. The weather's getting good enough to where I can get back to wearing these. I can take off the fucking hoodie. Jesus, I've been so cold. It's been so cold, like the past, I want to say, 2 months. Darius, Shoemaker, Katai, Sam, Vince, Kevin. What's up? Oh, all right. What do it? Katai, I know you put a request in, and I can't remember who else. There's like 2 other people. And then I'll just run whatever's in my watch later if y'all are down. And I'm just trying to knock out some stuff, man. That way I can play some Monster Hunter. It's Saturday. I don't have to deal with my niece today. And I'm having so much fun on this game. So oh. Okay. Alright. If y'all put some shit in, let me find it. Katai, have you played Monster Hunter yet? You should join us. Oh, Angry Cops put out a new video. Special Forces goon becomes a meme. Brock the Destroyer. We can watch that. Yeah. All right. Let me check the Discord and see what's. Okay, there's Katai's, there's Drago's, and okay, that Bad Electrician. Hells yeah. Well, do some of this other stuff first. We'll get to that one. Thank you for not making it like a whole marathon. Vince, I appreciate you, man. But let me go back to these. Knock out some of these shorter ones first. I know that that's Patron. And then let me see if I have anything in my watch later that we never watched. No? Okay, there's some videos here that we never watched on the last stream, and well, we watched Idiots Around Europe, and that's it, really. Here's another Fat Electrician video, Vince, that we were gonna watch. I don't think we got around to it. America's Raisin Cartel. Yeah, dude, there's quite a few of these videos that we didn't get around to. Right? Like, we never did 25 inappropriate moments in military fails. Best of military humor pranks. We never did that. Right? and then when everything goes wrong, we never did that either. That's a try not to laugh. If y'all are down for some more try not to laughs, I'm with it. Yo, Walker, Michelle, what's good? Cartoons? What do you mean? Where? Who? Sam, what's good? Hi. I actually haven't watched that one yet. The Raisin Cartel? Are we the Raisin Cartel? Yo, you know it's like low-key like one of my favorite candies? Raisinets. But here's the thing. I only ever eat them bitches if I go to a theater. I know, it's weird, and I rarely go to a theater. I haven't been to a theater in months, meaning I haven't had this particular candy in months. There was a time there where I didn't go to a theater for like a whole year. For a whole year, I didn't have Raisinets, but bro, when I do go to the theater, I get like 2 boxes of them motherfuckers. And if I get anything, that's all I get. Like, I bring my own drink and maybe like another snack, but I do be fucking up some Raisinets anytime I go to the theater. I love them little bitches. They're so good. Yeah, dude, Katai, that sucks. Wait, your kids are home? Yeah, they are. It's Saturday. Okay. Well, let's start with what's on the list. Yeah, Tommy, we do. I don't think I've copied anything. I think I can post the that's the Discord link. Oh, dude, it's amazing weather here. And it's actually been really good weather for like the past 4 days. I can't even complain. All the snow's been gone for like a week now. And so hopefully getting back to hot. I'm gonna find ties when your roommate does magic. As long as he doesn't make your girlfriend disappear and you go to jail for murder because they can't explain it. Because law enforcement doesn't take magic as a plausible reason for anything. Okay. I'm guessing he actually does magic, maybe? We'll see. I'm interested in what that video about Omni-Man is. Hopefully, yo, first off, actually, before Drago, that video you requested, there better not be spoilers. I've only seen season 1 and the first half of season 2. I haven't seen anything past that. So whatever we're gonna watch, if it spoils anything, audibly or visually, then and I promise I'll get to it. I'll watch it. Just so much stuff. So many movies, so many TV shows, so many internet videos, so many video games, so much shit that I wanna do that I don't know where to start, and I end up not starting anything. That's a lie, though. Past week, I've been rewatching Friends because that's like my default. It's like what I watch whenever I eat, or like right before I go to bed. Okay. It's all season 1 stuff? Alright, bet. Cool. Daniel, what's up, man? How are you? I hope you're having a good Saturday. Saturday, right? Yes. It's such a good day, too. Alright, here we go. When your roommate does magic.
You know, at first he seemed like an okay guy. A little eccentric, but okay.
Yo, I'm going to the gym. You want to come?
I train my magic muscles every day.
Okay. Whatever you say. Bro, where did my protein go? This was like full.
Your protein? I didn't touch it. I thought I saw you already eat it. Yeah, he just seemed excited to have a roommate. It was kind of endearing. Until things changed.
Oh, bro, did you blow up the bathroom?
Yes, I had quite a bit of food earlier.
Oh, use the spray. That's what it's there for.
Oh, I don't think you want to use that spray.
Oh,
Oh, are you okay? You look a little sick.
did you change this to farts?
Did we fight? No,
Dude,
not really. I mean,
the crazy part is that, like, let's say a roommate was actually like this, did magic to fuck with you because that was his sense of humor and that was his personality. And he probably even likes you, but this is just the way he shows his liking towards you. Is like,
we bickered like normal roommates. No,
the amount of effort that would go into some of these magic tricks far exceed anything I would ever want to do to fuck with somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, because magic isn't real, right? So obviously if your roommate's doing magic, he's trolling and he's fucking with you. But it's magic, so it's even a step further, and it has another layer of fucking with you to it, right? Because there's so much effort that goes to, I don't know, setting it up, landing it, pulling it off, you know what I mean? You know magic tricks, man. They take time and effort. Oh shit.
normal roommate stuff.
Dude, can you please clean up your dishes?
I assure you, those plates are clean.
Why are you lying? I'm looking right at it. Why?
Okay.
Stop making these come out of my body!
Maybe he's actually magic.
You should clean that up. I didn't feel safe anymore. Do you know what that's like? Being in your own home and not feeling safe. Horses. You're scared of horses.
Dude, you live
So if you're watching this, I'm just gonna call it early, okay? Yeah, good night. Sleep tight.
Is he really good with camera work, or are they twins? These are just like really good with camera work, right? You literally live with Loki.
He turned my sleep paralysis demon into a unicorn.
Why would you be mad about
And we started to resent each other. Look, man, I'm not crazy, okay? He's no magician, like balloon animal birthday. Here's your card, magician. He's an actual wizard. Surely this time he can be reasonable. Hi. I've got a new magic trick I wanted to show you.
I totally would want to see it. I'm just super busy.
Oh,
Oh. Did you just shit yourself? Yes. Look again.
oh my god.
Where did it go?
Oh my god, stop!
And you know, I was running out of options, man. I tried to be polite, but every time I wanted to have a conversation
Oh,
with
dude,
him,
what do you mean? At this point, fuck that. That's the last straw. That's where you draw the line. That's where any you gave so much benefit of the doubt that I feel most normal people would have already said fuck this guy. But that right there should be the line. And you were like, "Oh, you know, man, I've tried to be the bigger person. Fuck the kill him." that's so vile. Oh my god.
fucking disappeared.
All right, but
Right.
you gotta stop making shit come out of my body.
Literally.
Okay. Come on, man. Can we please talk about this?
And eventually I served him an eviction notice. He took it really well, actually.
I'm sorry it had to end this way, man. You know, some people just don't vibe.
Yeah, it's a shame, really.
And thanks for being so cool, I guess, about leaving.
We can still be friends.
Yeah, probably not.
Okay.
Yeah. You can't even like.
It's all poop. Everything's poop.
It's all poop.
Oh my god! It's all shit!
The utensils, the pillows, hell, even the plates. Poop. Never getting that security deposit back.
Dude, oh my god. There's shit everywhere. That's what that reminded me of, man. That was like that's like textbook. What is it? Dumb and Dumber? I don't fucking. There's shit everywhere. There's shit on the walls. Dude, literally, that's like literally living with Loki. If Loki was a douchebag. Which, yeah. I feel like trying to take over a whole planet's worse, but I mean, that's literally the equivalent. Literally living with Loki. This guy's funny too. Zack Starr himself. Some of these people, I've seen a lot of content creators like this. I've seen a lot of channels like this. And some of these people are pretty decent actors. Like, on a, I don't know, man. And some of them, like, slightly above average. It just, then again, some of them have like the same comedic prowess as like Will Ferrell, right? And a lot of it's funny, a lot of it's comedy based. But there are some that I have seen that are pretty decent, and I wonder if Hollywood even looks in this direction for talent, right? Because some of these people, man, some of these people are better actors than some motherfuckers I've seen on the CW. So I wonder if Hollywood ever looks in this direction, or if like TV ever looks in this direction for new talent, or are they so fucking snobby that if it doesn't come out of the academy, then it doesn't fucking matter? I don't know. I don't know. Yo, David, what's up? I'm good, man. Alright, let me see what the next one is. Yeah, alright. And it's all season 1, you say? Perfect. I think I know what this video is gonna be about. I think it's gonna be season 1, but it's gonna be, yeah, I've seen videos like this before. There's one channel that I follow called Zephyr, I think, and he makes really funny he makes really funny like commentary breakdown videos of like Marvel movies, and not just Marvel movies. He'll do like other stuff, but like any kind of like action movie. He does a lot of Marvel and stuff like that, and I just think it's fucking. His commentary is hilarious to me. I just think it's funny. I've seen a lot of these movies before, and he just like he breaks it down whilst talking shit, whilst roasting, but also like kind of in a way whilst giving praise at the same time to like the film and the characters and like what's happening. I don't know. It's like my blend. It's like my. It's. What is this? Okay. And yeah, this video would have to be about Omni-Man, because who else is it going to be about? Mark? Invincible? No, bro. For all accounts, at this current moment, I know y'all probably seen further than I have, but where I'm at right now, Invincible's kind of like a little pussy at the moment. So maybe, but again, when this crazy bastard's your dad, I don't think that any kind of action will ever be non-pussy, I guess. God, dude, season 1 for Invincible was so good. Alright.
I'm already under.
Okay. Yo, give me a second. I have to stretch. I have to. Oh my god. I feel like a brand new person. Literally pass out. All right. Here we go.
Look how he just duck slaps Rex, bruh. I enjoyed that way too much. Play that again.
I did too, because Rex is kind of a douchebag. He annoys me. A little bit.
Alright, y'all, so I watched Invincible. And after finishing this show, I only got one thing to say, bruh. This man, Omni-Man, has pure Black Air Force activity. Yes, damn it, I said it. J. Jonah Jameson has finally showed us his true power. My God almighty, Peter Parker, your ass best get to stepping. Cause J. Jonah Jameson is not playing any more games, bruh. But anyways, yo, this man, Omni-Man, is a pure savage. Like, I have never seen something like this before. And after watching this, I might...
It seems like this is like his reaction video to it, but he just is probably going to explain it in a funny way. But I like seeing people's reactions to shows that I like as well. It's fun. Fucking this lotion that I used fucking blows. Anyway.
I have to do something, bro. I just might have to put this man in the round table of Black Air Force activity. Now, I know Invincible's not an anime, but shit, we might have to make an exception. So y'all already know I got the evidence on deck, and we will see if this man is worthy to be sat at the round table of Black Air Force activity. But before we start our investigation, let me go.
Because, dog, some of these people
be sat at the round table of...
Okay, dude, some of these people, I feel like Omni-Man could go toe-to-toe with and hang. Then again, some of these people, I don't know who the fuck they are. I don't know about a Super Saiyan or... I don't know about a Super Saiyan Vegeta. But... what was that? Majin Buu, I think? I can't remember much about him. I don't recognize any of these other motherfuckers, but they do look
Black Air Force activity. But before we start our investigation, let me go ahead and give out that spoiler warning real quick. If you have not seen Invincible, do not watch this video because you will be spoiled. But like for real though, if you have not seen this show, I highly recommend watching it. In all honesty, it's one of the best shows I've seen in a minute. But anyways,
I mean, technically,
Exhibit
yeah.
A. This man murked the entire bootleg Justice League, or the Guardians of the Globe, whatever the fuck you want. My nigga, they the bootleg Justice League. I mean, look at some of these niggas, bro. We got bootleg Flash, bootleg Wonder Woman, bootleg Batman, bootleg Aquaman, but he's a whole ass, musty ass, stank ass fish. Then we got bootleg Martian Manhunter. And then I don't know who the fuck this supposed to be. I'm just calling Green Bitch. Then we got this nigga. I don't know who the fuck this supposed to be either. But
That dude, that's Cap. No. Well,
I don't know who the fuck this supposed to be. I'm just calling Green Bitch. Then we got this nigga.
Justice League wise, this would be. Damn, who would this be Justice League wise? Because Batman's been covered, Wonder Woman's been. I think this would be Aquaman. Like, say he's got no water powers, but as far as like where he stands compared to all the other ones, probably Aquaman. No, there's already an Aquaman. Like Aquafish, whatever the fuck. He gets busted. But what the fuck would this be? Cyborg?
I don't know who the fuck this supposed to be either. But yo, this man Omni-Man hold every single last one of they asses, dog. Like, look what he did to bootleg Flash, bro. He crushed his head slowly. And while he was doing that, he was trying to punch him, but he was breaking his hands while doing it. And what makes this worse, this shit probably felt like an eternity for him. So he just...
Yeah, that's just thinking about that because he's a speedster.
Face plants Walmart woman, and he grabs bootleg Batman out of the fucking air and slams his ass on the canvas. And then Green Bitch just got annihilated. Like, he put his whole hand through her face, then used her as a body shield. Then he just clobbers Aqua nigga and got his ass ready to be stuffed in a fresh can of tuna. Hey, but low-key though, they did start jumping him though.
They did. This was their Thanos versus the Avengers moment. Remember when the Avengers had Thanos strapped down and then fucking Star-Lord sold hella hard and fucked it completely? Except in this situation, no one really fucks up. It's just Omni-Man is too strong, bro. You just can't fuck with this guy. No one can.
Fight back, nigga! Fight back, nigga! Fight back! Fight back!
But then he rips off Martian Manhunter. Gut checks this nigga so hard he blew his back out. Sent Walmart woman back to the great value aisle. And sent this nigga Packer back to Valhalla. So yeah, that's Exhibit A. On to Exhibit B. This man...
Yo, I can't... Oh, Dude, this scene is nuts. I can't wait till he gets to the scene where he's like... Oh, the subway scene with Mark. I can't wait till he gets to that scene.
Destroyed a entire alien civilization. So these aliens...
If you join Discord, then you can put it in the request section of the Discord. Or you can put it in chat and I'll put it in the Discord at some point whenever I see it, but
are attacking Earth and shit, right? So this man Omni-Man comes in, right, makes them go back to their portal and retreat. But Omni-Man said, fuck that, nigga, y'all ain't going nowhere. So he flew through their portal to their planet and murked the entire civilization. And he did this shit in like the matter of seconds. And to top it off, bruh, they literally made him a portal so he could leave and go back to Earth. But to thank him for that, he decided to drop a big ass rock on their asses, then just leave. Bro. And the thing is, bro, in this episode, he said something that should have sent off red flags for like everybody.
You don't seem to understand. Earth isn't yours to conquer.
This man said Earth isn't yours to conquer. So in my head, I was like, wait a damn minute. Something ain't right here. But Lord have mercy, bro. This shit was just getting started. But before we go into Exhibit C, our final exhibit, we're gonna take a little detour real quick because we got a little special exhibit. So without further ado, let's run Exhibit S. We we gotta talk about Battle Beast. All right, I know this is a Omni-Man video, but y'all know damn well I was gonna talk about this nigga. This man is a absolute savage. This dude literally bodied everybody's shit. This dude literally came to
Dude, the entire like fucking Teen Titan version of this, they got destroyed. The JV team got wrecked by this guy.
Earth only because he thought they had worthy opponents, bruh. But obviously, them niggas were not worthy for shit. Look how he just bitch slaps Rex, bruh. I enjoyed that shit way too much. Play that shit again. Obviously, if you cannot tell, I do not like Rex. Well, I mean, he ain't as bad as Amber, though. Jesus
You're right. Fuck this bitch to the moon. Man.
Christ! Her ass belongs to these streets, bruh. But you know what? That's for a whole nother video, bruh. Look how he just smacks this nigga, bruh. Sent his ass to oblivion.
Yo, poor Mark, dude. Like, from the second Mark got his powers, he got his ass whooped. Which is funny because he was getting his ass whooped before he got his powers. And then he gets his powers, and the ass beatings just increase tenfold. Imagine that, bro. Imagine you become a fucking superhero, but you can't stop taking L's. And one of the biggest L's you take is at the hands of your Faja. Your Faja. Your blood.
This was when I realized there is no plot armor in this show at
I love Omni-Man. I don't care that he's evil. I love characters like this. I love the anti-hero. I don't give a fuck. I'll kill whoever's in my way to like I like the villain, man. So it's like I love Omni-Man. I think he's great. I think he's a great character.
all. And he bathed in his blood, my guy. Oh, bro.
Like I actually like he's one of those characters that I root for, but I want to see him take over the whole world. I want to see what he does. I want to see how he enslaves the human population.
And look at this no power having ass looking nigga right here. Like, the fuck is your stupid ass gonna do, dog?
Yeah, he was so worthless. He was like the CW equivalent of like the Atom or something. Like that motherfucker couldn't do anything without the suit. And then with the suit, he was just like the tech guy, really, or the information guy. I don't know. He was pretty worthless.
You deserve to get your wrist broke.
Yeah.
Like, you just saw.
I don't know what you thought. Like, you just saw. See, it's shit like this. I don't know if that's just like they wanted the character to be stupid or if that's just bad writing. It's one of those situations where I can't really tell. You just saw Invincible, the son of Omni-Man, get his ass wrecked by this guy. And you think that you, with no powers as a human, just normal.
This was when I realized there is no plot armor in this show at all. And he bathed in his blood, my guy. Oh, bro. And look at this no power having ass looking nigga right here. Like, the fuck is your stupid ass gonna do, dog? You deserve to get your wrist broke. Like, you just saw the strongest dude in the room get bodied. Like, what bright idea went through your head when you thought of this? I have no powers. The strongest dude in the room with powers just got bodied. What should I do? Bull rush his ass.
You don't understand. You deserve it.
And then Monster Girl tried to attack him, but he sent her ass to the Shadow Realm immediately. And this man got so bored because they were so damn weak, he left. Absolute savagery, bruh. So that was our special exhibit, Exhibit S, and it is time finally to move into Exhibit C.
I remember saying that same thing when I watched the show for the first time. I was like, and then he just dips just like that? Damn.
Omni-Man, Omni-Man, Omni-Man. Okay, so the entirety of Exhibit C is basically the entirety of Episode 8. But some stuff happened before that real quick. So some dudes tried to run up on him, but he killed every single one of them. He broke Homeboy's spine. And then the immortal dude came back to life just to get his ass clapped and sent back to Valhalla again. Yeah. So then we finally figure out what these Viltrumites actually are. They are not like Kryptonians. Everything Omni-Man said from day one from the jump was a damn lie. These niggas are Saiyans. They got a whole ass empire and everything, dog. So after he told all this to his son, he called.
That's why I said at the very beginning that he could hang with a lot of people there, especially
his wife a pet.
What? I do love your mother, but she's more like a pet.
He called his wife a pet. Oh my God, bro. This actually kind of hurt me a bit too. I was like, damn, how you gonna call your own wife a pet, G? So after that, he just starts beating the dog shit out of Mark. What the?
I thought the same thing. I was like, man, you know that like you can still fulfill your duties as a Viltrumite and not be a 100% douchebag. I know you're taking over planets, but like you can't have like 1 ounce of emotion. You can't have like one little bit of just like humility or like empathy or not even a shred of feelings, man. Nothing. This guy is just like Jesus. And I wonder if they're all like that or if it's just, you know, if it's just him. Maybe there's that one Viltrumite that's taking over planets, but he's chill as fuck, man. He just smokes weed and fucking plays video games when he's not fucking taking over planets and shit. Pretty chill guy. Pretty unassuming man, maybe. I don't know, but this dude.
Did these jets come to like what, stop him or something? What the fuck are jets going to do to this nigga? Like these dudes are literally sitting ducks. So obviously they get murked. I feel bad for that one dude though, bro. He got saved and everything. He was like, oh my God, I'ma live, hip hip hooray.
No.
You almost killed him!
Instead, you saved him. So much effort. For what?
Bro. Hey, yo, RIP to background character 985C, man. Then he decks his ass all
It's been a while since I've seen season 1, and goddamn.
the way to the city. And then, oh, bro, the train, the goddamn train. I'm not going to cap. When I first saw this scene, I started screaming, dog. He used him as a meat shield to literally kill everybody on that train. Oh, bro. This scene right here just had me like shook. Me and all the homies were just sitting on the couch like, damn, he really just did that. Used his own son as a meat shield. Then he slams his ass through a Carnival cruise ship. Then threw his ass to the Arctic, caused a whole ass avalanche. Then this is where the real ass whooping began.
What's 17 more years? I can always start again.
Make another kid.
Another kid.
This man really said, I could always make another kid. Oh my God. How do you tell your son that? Then he just ground and pounded his face until he turned his face into a goddamn piece of meatloaf. And then obviously, of course, we get our world famous meme.
You're fighting so you can watch everyone around you die. Think, Mark.
Whew.
You know, I have to say, I don't disagree, dude. If you live for 1,000 years, man, like, one, at some point, I would stop getting close to people because, you know, it's just going to end up with me outliving them, right? But then again, that's no different than having a dog. How long do dogs normally live? I just explained his whole logic behind his theory of his wife being a pet, right? Because in his world, he lives for 1,000 years or more. How long do dogs live for us? Well, maybe about 15 years, right? If you're lucky, depending on the breed, 15 years average, let's say, right? And how long do we live? At max, 100, right? So that's 100 versus 15. You look at Omni-Man, he's 1,000 versus 17. Making another kid is not that big of a deal. If you think about it in the grand scheme of things, that's a Tuesday. Even take out your laundry that day, right? And he can fly, he's super fast, he can accomplish a whole bunch of shit in one day. Make another kid, that's not a hard feat, right? And he's a piece of shit, so who's to say he even needs consent to make another kid? It's wild, bro. It's wild. Like, and I understand his sentiment, like, what will you have after 1,000 years? Exactly. If I was that, man, like, at the beginning of my 1,000 years of existence, I probably would have the wife and a kid, but after a certain point, I'm just like, I'm not gonna keep doing that, man. That's like that's getting exhausting. And 1,000 years of that and fucking nope. That's done it enough, right? And for us that have expiration dates, like Jesus.
Jesus Christ, bro. Okay, y'all, I'm gonna have to make an exception. Omni-Man will be the first outside anime character to enter the round table of Black Air Force activity. I can't deny this. This is pure savagery on another level. And hell, you know what? All that battle beast in that hole too. My God, yo. But anyways,
I haven't
man,
seen.
This show deserves all the praise, man.
I haven't seen the comic, or I haven't read the comics for this.
Show. But my God, man, this blew that out the water. So, man, I can't wait for season 2 and 3, man. It's gonna be fire, bro. But anyway,
I'm kind of interested to see his video about Amber. Bro, I hate that fucking girl. And it's just like, it's so irritating to me because, like, why do you even have to make a character like that to begin with? You rip, man. And yeah, I know, but I've only seen the first half of season 2, remember? Because, like, they chopped it up, cut it in half. And, niece. Fucking niece. Now, who do y'all think wins? Omni-Man? Or One Punch Man? I think it's One Punch Man, right? Say Shama or Saitami? I can't remember. I think that guy wins against everyone. If we're like being real. Yeah, Saitama. Yeah, I think he wins against everybody. While I've never seen the show, I've seen just like a lot. I actually should watch the show to be honest. But I've seen a lot of clips. Like a lot of clips. Probably like a season's worth of clips. And I've even seen fan-made videos and just like a whole bunch of internet videos and shit. And everyone agrees, even the fan videos. Nobody beats that guy. At all. Alright. That was that. Let's check. Okay. All right. I'm gonna have to do these. I would do some watch later videos that I said we were gonna do, but these are, I think. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, we'll do some. Do y'all want to do Fat Electrician, or do y'all want to do some of this stuff off the watch later first? Because there's a lot of stuff in here that we didn't do. Like, there's 2 Try Not to Laughs in there. Before we get into the longer than 20-minute videos, which there's 2 of them. They're in the 20-minute range, but before we get to those, I want to get to what, well, no, some of these are long too. Best of military humor pranks. Okay, so try not to laugh. I'm so down for. Well, I don't have to make it. When everything goes wrong, funny fails. Best military humor pranks, and then 25 military fails. 25 inappropriate military fails. Huh. The Dragonite. Oh, we need to watch that. We really need to watch that. Yo, Don, what's up, man? By the way, I don't know if I said that or not, or if I saw you. Roth, if you ever just put it in the Discord and let me know when you put it in there. You said fat electrician? Alright. I did want to do some of these, but if y'all want that, then we'll do that. It's oh wait. You did put one in there, Roth. It's unsubscribe clips. What? Alright, let's do that first, and then because this is what? This is in the patron section, right? Yeah, it is. And then we'll get to some fat electrician. Since this one's shorter. Bro, what? Oh, well, what? Still, hold on. Ozzy Osbourne crashed the Mars Rover truck, featuring Tyler Gray and AJ Buckley. Is this right? Did he really? If Ozzy Osbourne really crashed the Mars Rover truck, is this just like is it a vehicle that's just called the Mars Rover truck that I don't know about? It's like a brand new vehicle on the market. Or is this the actual Mars Rover vehicle truck? Because if he crashed it, I don't blame him. I blame the motherfuckers that let him drive it. But let's see. That's wild.
I was with
this might be a true story. Got two dudes here that are probably going to tell their accounts.
good buddy of mine, Jack Osbourne. Yep. And I was
we were just talking about
Jack. Jack's a great dude.
We were literally on
like 2 hours ago.
2 hours ago, really? Because Jack texted Demo that he wanted Demo to wish
happy birthday to
Ozzy Osbourne. And so Demo was like, oh, got it. And they stacked up pallets of fucking water, and Demo ran through it. It was like, yeah, we sent it. And then 10 minutes later, Ozzy sent a video back. Like, fuck it, whatever.
Yeah. Dude, Ozzy's a maniac. Like,
you gotta tell the Mars Rover thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I will tell that story.
What the fuck? What's
Ozzy, so let me tell you an FBI agent story about my friend Ozzy Osbourne that involves an astronaut.
I'll tell them both quickly. So basically,
no, take your time. Please elaborate in fucking detail.
I don't know if you've looked at the duration, the watch time of this podcast so far, but we got time.
Okay. So Jack's like, hey, dude. And I'd been friends with Jack. Actually, Jack and I were roommates. I moved into his guest house for like, I don't know, a year and a half and lived at his guest house. Great guy.
A great shooter, too.
Great
He's
guy.
like a great shooter.
Great guy. I mean, dude, Jack can tell you some stories. I mean, Jack was, partying at like 14 years old on Sunset with Paris Hilton. And like, dude, he's got some crazy stories. He put it this way. He was in rehab at 18. Literally in rehab at 18. But, okay, so Jack's like, hey, dude, you wanna come, guard Ozzy or, my dad and I for the show that they were doing called the World Detour, which I don't know if you ever saw it. It was a great show on Nat Geo, I believe. Don't quote me on it. Maybe Discovery, I don't remember. And basically it was just them it's just Jack and Ozzy driving around, basically learning history and kind of doing cool stuff. I don't know how else to describe it. And Ozzy, by the way, Ozzy is a huge military history fanatic, by the way. Like, Ozzy loves military history. I remember showing up one time, Ozzy opens the door, and he's like, hey, I'm watching Vietnam in HD.
That's a good impersonation.
I'm watching
Trace, pull up text.
He's like, I'm watching Vietnam in HD. And we go inside, and Jack and I watch freaking Vietnam in HD for like 4 hours with Ozzy. And like, he knew his stuff. But anyways, so
that's amazing.
I was like, sure, dude, I'll come. And I was doing bodyguarding at the time.
I'd come too.
So now I'm bodyguarding. I'm bodyguarding Jack. Dude, like, I'm so dude, you should absolutely have Jack on the show. He can tell you stories.
100%.
Blow your mind.
Jack and Ozzy, more than welcome
Dude.
on.
White Sabbath.
White Sabbath. So basically, freaking I'll tell the Mars one because it's pretty crazy. So the guy who ran
just stop. Just
the
go.
guy who what's it called? Houston, we have a problem. NASA. The guy who ran NASA at Houston, I guess, was a huge Black Sabbath fan. So somehow they got in contact.
I thought you were going to say Nazi.
But he's
Also
basically
that. Yeah. Operation Paperclip was a motherfucker.
That's more on the covert. So
then you names fucking convention centers after.
Bro, I really want to hear the story.
So he invites Ozzy and Jack to Houston to the NASA, whatever the space center. I think it's called the NASA Space Center down there. Basically, carte blanche, dude. Do whatever you want and film it. So they do all kinds of stuff. We got a great tour. Jack and I literally talked to an astronaut for like 2 hours. It was awesome. It was I learned a lot. Well, one of the things they had Ozzy do was drive the Mars rover.
Yeah.
And I'm not joking. They put Ozzy Osbourne in control of the Mars rover.
Fantastic.
On Mars.
Nice.
No.
Sort of.
He was.
Oh, no. It's here, right? So basically.
Okay. I didn't know if it was just just like remotely piloting it, like or some shit. Like, that's so crazy.
So, by the way, dude, you say that, you're joking right now, but you're not.
Dukes of Mars.
So it's called. I believe it was called the Mars rover. If it wasn't, then
That's if it's
but it's this vehicle built for Mars. It's not it's a drivable. It's actually more like, and we can look it up on.
Dude, and here I was thinking that the only person that had ever crushed the Mars rover was Howard Wolowitz. But nope. Ozzy Osbourne. He did it, bro. He done did it.
On the episode, or you guys can, but it's basically like the Mars truck. It was a truck designed for Mars when humans are there.
Oh,
and they
Holy. That's cool as shit. That actually really does look like something that was in the movie Armageddon. Huh? Doesn't it? Except this one's all black. This one might belong to Bruce Wayne.
basically,
so not like the Curiosity.
No,
rover.
not
like
Curiosity. I think they called it the Mars.
You sit
rover.
it and drive it.
Yeah, but it's actually like an SUV, Mars SUV. I forget what the name was. And they basically had built, in outside, they'd built this, 4 football field size area that had red dust and rocks, and it looks like Mars. And obviously, they built it. So they put Ozzy in there. Now the best part is I'm not in the vehicle. In the vehicle is like the guy who knew the vehicle.
Wait, so he crashed this thing on Earth, right? Not like they let him have control of a fucking joystick and he crashed that bitch on Mars. That's what I thought it was. No, okay.
Vehicle the best, Ozzy and Jack, right? They're all mic'd up. We're, 200 yards away.
And they said they could go over anything.
And I'm standing with like 6 straight up nerds from NASA, right? That like built the thing, and the producer and a couple other people, and we're listening. We can hear everything, and it's like, so this vehicle is incapable of getting stuck. All right, incapable.
In the business, we call this foreshadowing.
And that's the thing, is this whole sequence was like it was planned. I was there.
If you gave me a vehicle and told me that, you bet your sweet ass I'm gonna find a way.
Dude, this sequence was not planned. They were like, it's like the unsinkable Molly Brown. This vehicle cannot get stuck, etc. It's got 6 wheels. Each one's independent suspension. Each one has its own front and reverse, and they're going on about what an engineering marvel this vehicle.
Dude, there's so many places this thing can get stuck at. I think y'all were way too confident about what y'all made. What you mean to say is that there's no place on Mars this could get stuck, but here on Earth, I know about 1,000 places in or around the Grand Canyon this thing could get stuck in. Oh no, man. It is cool though, and I don't know how much more. I don't know how much different the terrain of Mars is from the terrain of Earth. Maybe they have more mountains. Maybe they have less. Maybe they're taller. Maybe they're shorter. I don't know, but
vehicle is, right? And so I can just picture Ozzy's like, okay, challenge accepted, right? And these engineers are like whispering, yeah, he's gonna, there's nothing, it's unstoppable, it's the best thing ever. And they're just whispering in the background. So they let, and that guy drives around a little bit, then they give the controls for Ozzy. I shit you not.
How fast is it?
For whatever fucking reason, these guys put in this area a rock as big as this fucking table. Just in the middle of the fucking thing. Now, Ozzy starts driving about 100 yards away from it.
How fast?
He's gonna hit this fucking rock and just get stuck on it. That's pretty much what's gonna happen. That would be my immediate plan. Drive, pedal to the floor, full speed, at this rock, and see what goes down. Let's see the outcome, and
fast does this thing go?
Not
like,
fast, but not
right?
slow. It's like maybe 50.
45? Not fast, but not slow. To me, 45 miles an hour. You're not braking 60, but you're also going faster than you would in a school zone, right?
15 miles an hour.
Bicycle speed.
Oh, okay, never mind. It's shorter than. Oh, it's maybe 45, but I guess 15. That's. How do you reckon it fit? And I was gonna ask that. I was gonna ask how fast it went, because. But then again, I guess the speed doesn't matter. They get stuck. I've seen people get stuck in shit going a mile per hour.
Enough for you to know where this is going.
And I'm watching it drive, and it just occurs to me, he's gonna head straight for that fucking rock, right? Now, it's also pretty obvious to me that no one had ever headed straight for that rock, right? It's there as like, hey, that's an obstacle, obviously drive around it, right? No one's like,
The first thought in my head was to ram it.
Like, that rock is not there for you to drive over, right? It's obviously that everyone goes around it. You would obviously go around it. Well, you tell Ozzy that thing can go over anything, he's gonna freaking go over anything. So he's driving straight at it. And it occurs to me, I'm like, oh shit, this is not gonna work out well. The engineers in behind me, as it gets about 50 yards away, are like, he's not. No. And I'm like, oh, yes, he is. Dude, he hits that thing straight on. It starts going up, and you just start hearing the whispering, oh, it'll be fine. Oh, this is going to take that. No one's ever went over that before. Yeah, but it's designed for it, blah, 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 blah. And he freaking goes up on it, and then he gets on top of it.
Gets stuck.
And then nothing.
Yeah.
And, dude, the panic starts very slowly. It's like one engineer going, it'll be off in a second. It'll be off in a few seconds, right? And it just starts building, and like over the course.
How long did it take y'all to build this thing, and how long did y'all spend building it? I'm assuming y'all tested prototypes, and I'm assuming y'all had one last prototype that y'all could have that mirrored the final product that y'all could have tested, right? And it really, truly, at no point, never dawned on anyone to try to go over an obstacle of that size. when you make the claim that it can go over anything, and it never dawned on anyone to be like, well, anything, let's try that rock. Because to me, that's the only logical next step, right? After I make something that can traverse anything. So, really, y'all are some nerds, but when it comes to, I don't know, man. Just like, I don't even feel like that's outside the box thinking. That's just like standard, man. What were y'all? Really, really smart people sometimes just forget obvious shit like this. Or don't see obvious shit like this. You know what I'm talking about? Like the super smart nerds that have like no street sense or no kind of like people sense, right? Like that.
Course of a minute, you just hear these engineers go from like absolute confidence to absolute panic. They're like, oh my God. You're like, no way did he like, and by the way, I'm missing a piece I should have said in the beginning. In the beginning, I forget how much, but it was like a crazy amount of money, like $5 billion that they had spent on this vehicle, right?
Sounds about right.
It was an insane
GDP of a small country.
Dude, it was insane.
Sounds about right.
It was
That sounds about government.
It was an obscene amount of money, right? And dude, these guys just start freaking out. He's on it for, I don't know. I just have to watch the episode. He's on it for like 2 minutes and ain't moving at all. And it's this huge boulder. And it looks ridiculous. It's just like balanced on top of it.
Meanwhile, one of the Doge guys is watching this podcast, just like Mars truck.
No go, right? And so long story short, they finally freaking, he has to give control over to the engineer, and that guy like adjusts the pressure, deflates the time. I mean, it literally was on there for like 3 minutes.
How much more money will it take for it to actually be able to go over everything? Because the whole identity of this vehicle just got shit on in 2.5 seconds by a rock star that was probably even stoned at the time of this, right? Not like you had a professional driver behind this thing. No, you had Ozzy Osbourne. And he just made your $5 billion vehicle look stupid. I don't even blame Ozzy for this. Hell, at least now you can go back to the drawing board and get it to actually do what you say it can do.
And finally, he got it off. But dude, like Ozzy stuck the Mars freaking rover, no doubt about it. I watched it happen. It was a great episode, dude. You got to see it. So the FBI story, real quick.
Are we watching the FBI story, or were we just watching for the Mars rover? Let me know. Oh, well, I stretch. Oh, my Lanta. Because if we're not, we can. I was thinking this was music stream date. Oh no, music will be tomorrow, man. And music will be like sometime tomorrow in the afternoon. Okay, yeah, I'll put it on Fight Electrician. We'll stop it here. Perfect. We can do, what was it? It was America's secret weapon that won World War II. The V2, the VT fuse. That sounds like a rocket. Okay. Hell yeah. Dude. I'll be right back. I think I still have some chocolate muffins in the kitchen, and I'm gonna go get those because I'm starving, and I just need to have just something. I'll be right back. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Here we go.
Does anybody else remember that one time in the 1940s when nobody could get Christmas lights and nobody knew why? And then it came out like 10 years later that it was because America figured out how to turn Christmas lights into a super weapon to win World War II? Yeah, me neither, but we're going to get into it anyways. Today we're talking about the single most impactful weapon of World War II that gave the Allied forces an unprecedented advantage over their enemies. And before you say it, no, it is not nuclear bombs, okay? By the time nuclear bombs were dropped on Japan, it was not a question of who was going to win the war, it was a question of how is America gonna end it, and America chose to close it out with a bang. If you're not picking up what I'm putting down, I'm trying to tell you that the weapon that we're talking about today is the weapon that got us to the grand finale, not the grand finale itself. And that weapon is the VT fuse, aka the proximity fuse. And we're gonna get into it right after a word from our sponsor.
Nick, I have a headache.
Have you drank water?
Yeah.
All right, here. Try one of these.
Aspirin,
What is
Tylenol, take
It's
a
called
nap.
Element. It's gonna be even better than water.
It's not bad.
Yeah, just try not to get lipstick on my water bottle.
I'll get lipstick on something.
Hey.
I gotta go. This video is brought to you by Element. Okay, look, I'm gonna keep this simple. It's basically a rehydrate on the entire thing. So if you want to give it a try, head over to drinklmnt.com/thefatelectrician. Let's get back to the video. All right, our story begins in 1939, and at this point in time, there's approximately 2 different types of fuses for artillery and anti-aircraft rounds. Okay, first we have the direct hit.
I'm sorry. Let me hear it again. I need to hear that description one more time.
/thefatelectrician. Let's get back to the video. All right, our story begins in 1939, and at this point in time, there's approximately 2 different types of fuses for artillery and anti-aircraft rounds. Okay, first we have the direct hit fuse, which essentially is exactly what it sounds like. The round hits something solid, it then blows up. This is typically what's used in artillery. And then we had a variable timed fuse that was more commonly used in anti-aircraft rounds. Basically, if you saw planes coming in, you would try to guess how far away they were, and then you would time how long it would take the projectile to get there. And there was a knob on the round where you could set it to detonate at like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 seconds. You would do some quick math and then try to shoot it at the plane, and then after it left the barrel 7 seconds later, it would explode in midair, whether it was near the plane or not. And then, as I'm sure you can imagine, trying to guesstimate the range on a plane and then guesstimate where it's going to be at, and then trying to have all these factors aligned to blow up at the exact moment that it's near the plane wasn't very effective. And to put not very effective into perspective, in the early days of World War II, they said it took somewhere between 2,500 and 1,800 anti-aircraft rounds to down a single plane. So pretty much everybody on the planet had basically the same idea, like, man, wouldn't it be cool if the anti-aircraft round just magically knew when it got near the plane and blew up at the exact perfect moment every single time. So pretty much everybody all over the place.
We actually covered, dude, some of these we covered in a video about a naval commander that was complaining that some of the ordnance that he had on board was defective. Didn't work. And some of these what are they? They're rockets, right? Or they're just like attachments. It's what goes inside of it, like the ignition.
Planet has this like on the back burner trying to figure out this new type of weapons technology. Japan, Germany, the UK, America, everybody's been working on this in the background, but there's not a big rush because there's no war going on at the time. And then September 1939, World War II kicks off, and then almost exactly a year after that, Germany starts heavily bombing Britain in the Blitz, and now Britain has a pretty...
Yo, mostly gaming. What's good, man? How are you? It's been a while. I haven't seen you in forever. I hope you're doing good, man.
good incentive to figure out this new type of weapons technology. Now, the UK doesn't really know how they're going to pull this off, but they do know they need to figure out how to get small electronics to be able to survive inside of an artillery round after it's been fired, which, as I'm sure you can imagine, it's subjected to a lot of G-force, which is going to break small electronic devices,
And
especially
a lot of concussive rattling.
back in the 1940s when everything was run off of vacuum tubes. So the British figure out right out of the gate, like, hey, this thing's spinning at 50,000 rotations per minute once it's fired. We need to make these electronic components as small and as light as possible so they don't rip themselves apart just under the G-force of their own weight. Which makes perfect sense. I mean, when Dad's had one too many chiladas on a Sunday afternoon and decides he's gonna get the kids going on the Ferris wheel as fast as he can, the fat kid flies off first, okay? That's just science. Was I the fat kid? Don't fucking worry about it. I had a great childhood, okay? Now, at this point in time, Britain is in full-on war production. All of their industrial capacity is being used to build new warplanes to defend themselves, and they don't have the capacity to start investing in all this, like, new microcircuitry and tiny little itty-bitty vacuum tubes. So they decide, hey, we're just gonna order 20,000 miniature electron tubes from this hearing aid company over in America. And then the American War Department hears about this, and they're like, you guys working on fucking hearing aids right now while the Germans are bombing you every night? No, you're not. What the fuck are you up to? So the British comes clean and they tell America, like, hey, we're allies, whatever. Here's what we're doing. We're trying to develop this anti-aircraft round that can sense when it gets near a plane and then blow up in midair and fuck up all these planes. So we quit getting bombed every night. At which point America's like, cool, great, dope, whatever. We'll give you whatever you need, but you have to give us all of the information that you get from your testing, so we have it also. So the British go, they do their testing, they do figure out how to get the electrical components to survive being shot out of an artillery shell, but they don't really figure out anything else after that. They don't figure out how to actually make it sense the plane, and they don't figure out the biggest problem of how in the fuck do you get a power source to all these electrical components, because it's 1940 and batteries aren't really that great at this point in time. So the entire project just kind of gets shelved, regarded as impossible. Nobody can figure out how to do it. Everybody just kind of moves on. And then fast forward to 1941, Japan commits the ultimate cardinal sin of touching America's boats.
Oh, now you fucked up. You have fucked up now.
Dove, Man Plus Care, whole body DO protects you everywhere.
I'm so glad that I just... See, y'all understand that now. See, a couple of days ago... See, had it not been for a couple of days ago, y'all would have never understood that clip. But I literally showed y'all that clip. Oh, American Brown Guy, what's up, man? Let's go back.
You fucked up. You have fucked up now.
At which point Uncle Sam is like, here, hold my beer. You, go get a bunch of science nerds, tell them I want to put a sun inside of a bomb so I can drop it on my enemies. Hand me my lab coat. I'm going to go figure out this magic bullet that knows when to blow up thing. Okay, I've said this once and I'll say it again. Nothing stokes human creativity like the desire to kill a motherfucker that you don't like, because America figures out how to make a proximity fuse in like a couple of months. So more or less, oversimplified version of what they did. They took a Doppler radar, stuck it inside of this artillery round. That way, when the round is flying through the air, it's constantly emitting pulse signals, and then if
So this is okay. Yeah, no, it's not rockets, man. Artillery shells with tech inside of them. And I've heard of these rounds before, but now we're just going more in depth. I've seen these rounds mentioned and like what they can do in other videos that we've watched prior. But
there's open air, the pulse signals aren't hitting anything, so they're not coming back to the round. But when the round gets close to something solid in the sky, like an enemy plane, the signals hit the plane, bounce back, and the round can sense that. And then when the round senses that it's close enough to the plane, it blows up and there's fucking death confetti everywhere at the exact perfect moment. And that's not even the crazy part. The crazy part is the battery, right? Because we can't just put a normal battery inside of this artillery round, because by the time that we build it in America, ship it across the ocean, the shitty batteries in the 1940 would have lost the charge, and then the round's just gonna be a dud right out of the gate. So what they did is they took a small vial of acid, put it in the middle of the artillery round, and then surrounded it with lead, and then hooked it up to electrodes, so that when the artillery round was fired, the glass would break, the acid would get all over the lead and create an electrical current to power the Doppler radar while it was in flight. Okay, do you understand what I just said? America created an artillery round that after it was shot out of a howitzer would...
It has like 17 more different mechanisms happening inside of it before it even does what it's supposed to do.
Manufacture its own battery mid-flight to know when to fuck up the enemy. But how long does the battery last? Buh. For the enemies in the plane, it's a lifetime supply, homie. It's the last battery they're ever gonna need. Now, to be fair, there is some obvious problems, you know, like having a small vial of glass being the only thing that's standing between you and an artillery round blowing up the second it gets near anything solid is kind of terrifying. As I'm sure you can imagine, transporting that would be a nightmare because if one of those things breaks, you're gonna blow up the entire truck. So as a safety mechanism, they actually ended up cutting little tiny wafers of lead and stacking them all along the vial. And then if the vial broke, it would just kind of like leak out and it wouldn't do anything. But when it was shot out of a gun, the 50,000 rotations a minute would have enough centrifugal force to make the lead fly out and in between all the lead wafers.
Centrifugal. Is it centrifugal for? It's not centripetal. It's. I forget how. Yeah. I got you.
Centrifugal force to make the lead fly out and in between all the lead wafers, and that's how it would power. So the shell's only going to go off when it's spinning after it's been fired out of a gun. So America's done it. We've essentially made magic bullets, and now America is going to do what America does best. We're going to tie up this solution in bureaucratic nonsense so that nobody can use it.
Son of a bitch. Wow. Okay.
Just trying to help you, Michael.
Bitch.
Yeah, the man in charge of this project, Commander William S. Parsons, decides he's not going to let this project move forward until he's 100% convinced that this product is perfect. So the proximity fuse has essentially been shelved yet again. Cue my favorite naval.
But did you try it? But did you try it against the enemy? Did someone help me understand? And this is an officer, guys. And maybe he knows something that I don't know. Oh, we're not going to use it until it's perfect. But did you try it? Did you test it? Did you test it on our own vehicles, like the old ones? Did you test it in the field? And after you tested it in the field, was it good enough to test in combat? You could have tested it in combat, even if it wasn't ready. It's a dud, oh well. But don't tell me that you made this shit and then just put it on the shelf immediately after making it. Didn't even give it the light of day. Maybe the logic is, this is too good. We don't want our enemies using this against us. How's that logic working out now, huh? In the year we're in.
Commander of all time, Willis Augustus Lee, aka Ching Lee.
Hey, we watched a video on that guy.
Okay, I did a whole video on this guy a while back.
And we watched it. He came in and just put a stop to all the bureaucracy and the paperwork going too slow, or either not getting done, or either getting ignored or getting rejected. Like he walked in, put his dick on the table and said, "I'm in charge. Y'all listen to me, do what I say, give us what we need, and no one gets harmed." Okay? You got me? You copy? Cool. Roger. Charlie fucking Mike. That's pretty much it. That guy was awesome.
If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend you go watch it because he's absolutely incredible. But the real quick and dirty of it is, this guy has these super thick glasses because when he was in like 7th grade, he got bored and built a bomb that blew up in his own face and permanently damaged his vision. So naturally, he then went on to become a 5-time gold medalist sharpshooter in the Olympics.
Yeah.
He then went on to become a strategic genius in the Navy. He is the reason that every single American naval vessel in World War II is absolutely covered in anti-aircraft guns. Using his sharpshooting experience, he is the one that figured out and developed the calculations for a battleship battery to take into account the Coriolis effect, or the rotation of the Earth in targeting data. And he is also the one that pioneered being able to shoot at an enemy using nothing more than radar, even when you can't see the enemy. The man is a prodigy that changed warfare forever. And at this point in time, early 1942, essentially right after Pearl Harbor, Ching Lee was given orders to basically go around the Navy and just cut through red tape and unfuck everything to get the entire Navy as ready as possible for war. And even though he had the authority to cut through red tape, the problem was this was 1942. You couldn't send a text message, you couldn't send an email. Everything was done by either handwritten or typed letters, and then you had to stamp everything with like priority, urgent, standard, telling the mail carrier in the military, like, how quick does this letter need to get where it's going? And urgent, being the fastest option, wasn't fast enough for Ching Lee. So he went and had his own custom rubber stamp made, and he used red ink, and in all caps, his rubber stamp said, frantic. So that way, every time Ching Lee had a project that he wanted to get pushed through the Navy as fast as possible, he would stamp it with a big red frantic, and then every paper pusher in the Navy has that come across their desk, and they're like, oh shit, oh fuck, I've never seen
A better stamp would have been, your job depends on this. Stamp. They see that, they're just like, yep, that's going through. There you go. Fantastic. Phenomenal.
seen anything labeled frantic, and they grab it, and that is now their sole mission in life, to get this to the next place. So all his shit gets done super fast. So as soon as Ching Lee hears that we've essentially made magic artillery shells tied up in bureaucratic nonsense, he gives it the old frantic stamp and pushes it right along.
Perfect. So that video on Ching Lee ties perfectly into this video. Really. And I was like, man, why put in all the work and then not? That's why. Because of the bureaucratic fucking nonsense that we've covered in other videos, talked about in several others, and now it's just coming full circle, and this is fantastic.
Saying, and I quote, we're looking for a workable solution, not a perfect one. So it immediately goes into testing, and its first test is to have an anti-aircraft battery on the ground firing at a bunch of radio-operated drones above, and these proximity fuses absolutely crush these drones.
So yeah, I was right. They actually built it and then didn't even test it, didn't even put it into application, didn't do anything with it, just shelved it. Because that's what happens when you got a whole bunch of fucking civilians making decisions for the military. Wild, man. Nonsense. Shouldn't it be veterans in those positions? Shouldn't it be military? Hell, it should be military service members in those positions making those kinds of decisions, right? I don't understand. And the fact that the people making these decisions get paid so much more money than we do, and we're the ones that are actually going to combat with the shitty equipment and the shitty logic and standards that they have and they uphold because they think it's the right way. They think it's the right thing, but it's not the right way. It's not the right thing. And they think that because they're up here and you're just a military service member, that they get the final say and that they're God, right? And then that's how we get fucked up. That's how we don't get the right shit. That's how we have unserviceable stuff. And it's because of that. When really, to be honest, we should just get them the fuck out of the way. That, like, politicians can be politicians, but all this shit right here, these kinds of like decisions and shit, that shit needs to, maybe since then it has gone to people that are smarter. I don't know. Man, but back then, dog, get out of the way. If you're not gonna help, move. Like, seriously, I can't stand it.
The only person disappointed was the commanding officer of the drones because he was mad they were shooting down all of his drones.
You ruined my free toy!
Great. Next phase of testing takes place in August of 1942. They take the proximity fuses out in the USS Cleveland, and they're going to try to shoot down drones over the ocean. This testing is slotted for 2 full days, and they've got 3 drones to shoot down, okay? Bear in mind, the British are reporting back that it's taking approximately 1,800 anti-aircraft artillery rounds to down a single enemy plane. So, with one ship shooting at
1,800 rounds. Good Lord. That's a lot. Compared to what it would take on the ground. Yo, Ashley, what's good?
3 different planes.
Hope you're having a good Saturday.
This should take a while. Testing ended up getting cut short because the USS Cleveland shot down all 3 drones with the first 4 rounds fired. Statistically speaking, this should have taken between 5,000 and 6,000 rounds, and it took 4. So obviously at this point, America's all in.
It works, guys. It works. Let's go.
Call up Rosie the Riveter. We've got something new to make. The whole 9 yards, right? Now, the problem is, how the fuck are we going to mass produce this thing, right? Because we're using these tiny little tubes that were used from hearing aids, and hearing aid manufacturing isn't that big at the time. We're not going to be able to mass produce this thing. So the government goes out to General Electric, which coincidentally is the biggest manufacturer of Christmas lights on the planet at this point in time, and is like, here's the deal. You're not making Christmas lights anymore. You're gonna take those little Christmas lights, and instead of putting a little light filament in there, you're gonna fill it with this acid, and then you're gonna seal off the other end, and you're gonna give it to us, and you're gonna shut the fuck up about it, okay? At which point GE is like, cool.
And that's why no one had Christmas lights.
Government contracts are awesome. Now we've got the manufacturing and we can mass produce this thing. This is why you don't touch the boats, all right? You touch the boats, one thing leads to another, and now we're weaponizing Christmas lights.
I think you might be overdoing it, Dad.
Russ, when was the last time I overdid anything?
Yesterday.
Okay, seriously though, this is absolutely huge. This has to be top secret. Nobody can know about this. Even the dudes in the anti-aircraft battery don't know that they're firing a proximity fused ammunition. They just know that suddenly overnight they got like 20 times better at their job. And because this technology absolutely cannot fall into enemy hands, it becomes standard practice that they're only allowed to shoot proximity fused ammunition over water. So the only people that are gonna have access to this are the Navy, and then we're also gonna give it to the British over in England because their anti-aircraft defenders are firing out over the English Channel.
Well, and on top of that, but you should also give it to them really because they're the ones that started the path to this. You can't forget that. Without them sharing their information with America and saying like, hey, this is what we're doing. Hey, this is the idea we have. Like, they were the catalyst, man. They're the ones that like started this whole journey to like where we are right now. So, of course.
So any duds are going to land in the water and sink to the bottom of the ocean, and ideally...
I know, dude, and Motley Crue with some military reckoning videos in the background is fantastic. And
be unrecoverable. And then there's the last problem. What are we going to name this thing, right? We don't want to call it anything too obvious, right? The reason that we call tanks was because back in World War I, when the British developed the first tank, they just called it that because on the chart list, they wanted anybody that intercepted documents to think, oh, it must be like a water tank or something. So we have to have a deceptive name. So they came up with the VT fuse. And that way, anytime...
You don't know what the fuck that is. You don't? When I clicked on the video, I had no idea what the hell it was, man. And if I like, back when I was in the service, if someone would have been like, man, them VT fuses are crazy. But them what? What is that? I don't know what that is. What?
Somebody was like reading a chart or an inventory list and they just read VT fuse, they'd go, what the fuck is a VT? Oh.
If I was looking at an inventory sheet or like a spreadsheet for like layouts or for like, you know, loading up a Connex, and I saw VT fuse, you know what I would assume that is? Just by looking at the paperwork, I would assume that's like some kind of like cable or cord, or like, in my mind, it would seem like det cord, to be honest. VT fuse, det cord, detonation cord, what EOD uses, what the enemy uses for IEDs and shit like that, right? So that's what I thought. I mean, that's what I would think, really. So yeah, it's very vague in what the fuck it could be. So you don't know whether you should be afraid of it or overlook it.
Variable timed fuse, those old school ones that just, you know, you spin the knob and it blows up in 7 seconds. Whoop-de-doo, who cares? So we've got it. Everything's perfect. America starts manufacturing 250,000 of these rounds every single week. We start sending them out with the US Navy, and then we ship a ton of them over to Great Britain so they can start defending themselves against all these German bombing raids that they've been dealing with for like over a year at this point. The first VT fuse to down an enemy was on January 5th, 1943, when the USS Helena shot down a dive bomber. And from that moment on,
yo, we rolled up with that new ammunition the way that the fucking crazy guy from Independence Day rolled up to the final alien battle. Hello, boys! I'm back! And they just started raining down. Oh,
the US Navy and the British air defenders started wrecking house with this new ammunition. The British reported back that the average amount of ammunition expenditure went from 1,800 rounds to down an enemy plane to 85. They said not only were they shooting down way more enemy planes with way less ammunition, but the proximity fuse was actually so sensitive and so good at its job that when it got near a bird in flight,
I was gonna bring that up. I was like, man, RIP those poor birds, or do they have a sensor that only tracks big objects, right? And will only send that signal if it hits a big object. That was literally going through my head earlier, but I was like, nah, I'm not gonna bring that up because maybe they took that into account and it's already a thing. It was not a thing. Yeah, they were fucking up birds. And then also in my head I was like, well, you know, think about it. It's an active war zone. You got enemy planes in the sky. You got friendly planes in the sky. You got artillery. You got flak rounds. You got cannons. You got guns. What bird would be in that situation at all? What bird would even be in that vicinity at all whatsoever? Maybe the ones that didn't get the memo, I guess, man, because usually birds scatter at anything. But yeah, I was gonna ask.
It would blow up the bird. And at this point, common sense would tell you, like, okay, maybe we should dial back the sensitivity on this thing a little.
No. Leave it as is. It's just birds, man, and it's a combat zone. As long as you don't have any like civilian casualties of the persuasion of female or children, fuck the birds, man. It's fine.
Bit if we're blowing up something as small as a bird, but no, because that means that it's going to be perfect to actually shoot down the German V1 rocket. Germany's been shooting these V1
because the rocket is smaller than an aircraft and probably resembles the same silhouette of a bird moving at that speed.
Rockets into Britain, and there's almost nothing they could do about it. They just kind of had to grit their teeth and take the hit every single time because these rockets were moving way too fast for the anti-aircraft artillery batteries to actually do anything to them, like 99% of the time. I actually found one account from a British soldier, and I'm paraphrasing here, but more or less he says that we knew we couldn't do anything against the V1 rocket bombs, but we would still go out there and shoot at them anyways, even though we knew we weren't going to shoot them down, just because it made the citizenry feel better because they didn't feel like they were completely helpless. They went from shooting down less than 10% of the V1 rockets to shooting down 85% of them with the new VT fuse. Now, panning back over to the US Navy in the Pacific, it's basically
That's a massive increase in effectiveness, man.
turkey shoot at this point, and the Japanese are finding out the hard way that traditional
and believe you me, bro, this is a kick in the teeth to the enemy. They feel this hard, man. When you, like, overnight, you go from 7% to 85% success rate, and it doesn't even matter what the situation is. In combat, that type of increase in effectiveness, whether it be on the ground, in the air, on the seas, anywhere, that kind of increase in effectiveness is how the turns have tabled. You know, it's that type of shit right there. It's
dive bombing tactics are way less cool when the bullets flying past you don't.
Yeah, that Iron Dome is gnarly. I've seen videos of that. It's crazy.
Don't fly past you and explode right next to you and shoot your plane down, right? Because that's what they've been used to the entire time. When they were getting shot at with actual variable timed fuses that had a secondary timer, the fuses were either blowing up way in front of them or they'd fly right past them and blow up behind them, and they were typically fine. But now, all of a sudden, for no reason from their perspective, all of the fuses are blowing up at the opportune moment every single time. The Americans are shooting down so many Japanese planes that they're literally running out of planes and pilots. And over the course of a little bit over a year, they've basically completely run out of experienced pilots because they don't do what the Americans do, where they're like, oh, we've got a really good, seasoned, experienced pilot. We're going to pull him out of combat, send him back to go train all the new guys, so all of our new guys are up to a higher standard. No, most other militaries don't do that. They're just constantly sending in their best guys every single time. And because of that, after about a year and a half of the VT fuse,
the only thing you're left with is these poorly trained, quite possibly brand new, no combat experience, no nothing pilots that don't even have a good commander. Like, their commander maybe has a couple of more hours of flight time than they do. And we're not their commander, they're flight leader, whatever the fuck they call it in the skies. Their squadron commander. I don't fucking know.
Being used in combat. Not only is there no,
they don't have good trainers. They don't have good cadre. They don't have good nothing, bro. You know how many drill sergeants we have? At least when we were at war with someone. You know how many amazing drill sergeants we had here in America that could have just been overseas wrecking house? Really? Just because of their knowledge, their training, their experience, their physicality, their will to fuck someone up and do the mission. You know how many fucking soldiers we had back in America that weren't deployed? They could have just been running it up on the fucking enemy in combat. But guess where they were? They were at Fort Benning, training the next wave of infantry. They were at Fort Knox. They were at Fort Leonard Wood. They were at Fort Gordon, cadre, training, man. I would like to say that there's just as much glory as training the next generation of warfighter as actually being a warfighter yourself, right? You impart that knowledge, that wisdom, that experience, the perfection, right? The all that stuff to the next generation of soldier. That way, you never run out of effective personnel. I mean, I get it. The Japanese didn't.
No good Japanese pilots left in combat. There's no good pilots left on the back end to train all the new guys, so now their entire Air Force is just completely crippled. And this is why by October of 1944, the Japanese resorted to kamikaze attacks, literally just bolting young men into the cockpit of a plane and...
Wow. That even makes the whole idea of kamikaze seem even more cowardly. Because here I was thinking that was just something that y'all decided to do because that was just your style of fighting, which I thought was cowardly to begin with. And here I am now learning that the only reason that you were doing kamikazes with your youngest fucking pilots is because you let all your veteran pilots die. You didn't train up any of the fucking new guys. You completely screwed the pooch. So now you're suiciding everyone because you're desperate for a victory. That just makes the whole idea and concept of kamikaze seem even that much more cowardly. That, good lord. I know that, you know, a lot of countries send their young men into combat and some of these young men can die, but y'all did that shit very, like, that was on the nose. That was hitting the nail on the head right there. You know, countries send their young to die, but what you did there, what you did here is just like, that's a little too direct, right, for me to even respect. Like, at least a lot of us fucking volunteered, man. Like, ugh.
Sending them on a one-way mission to their death. And while that is unfortunate for them, luckily for the Americans, the VT fuse does not discriminate. It can't tell the difference between
a kamikaze or an actual in-flight warfighter.
A dive bomber and a kamikaze, so it just blows them up too. Now, there's a bunch of different stories where a bunch of different ships have shot down a ton of kamikazes using the VT fuse, but the shining example is the USS Laffey. The Laffey is a Fletcher-class destroyer, and the Fletcher-class destroyers was America's mass production ship during World War II. These things are so lightly armored that they are nicknamed tin cans.
So naturally, they're going to get targeted something fierce, but with these new rounds, maybe their survivability goes up.
The VT fuse in a single battle over the course of an hour, the Laffey went toe-to-toe with 22 Japanese kamikazes, shot down 9 of them, and heavily damaged the rest.
And all y'all had to do was probably hit this thing once. Once, probably. This is what you call, that's literally the definition of a glass cannon. Man, that term, that's the definition right there. That thing takes 1, maybe 2 hits, it's over. But it's dealing out massive damage. The glass cannon.
Do you understand how demoralizing that has to be to the enemy?
It
like,
is.
there's entire countries on Earth right now that don't have 22 aircraft in their entire military. I think the average for a first world country is somewhere between 100 and 150 total aircraft across all branches of their military. And
it's like, this vessel would be the equivalent of taking a 50 cal and strapping it to the top of a Honda Civic. You cut out the top of it, put a 50 cal up there. You're dealing out crazy damage, but if literally anything comes your way, you're dead.
That's fighters, bombers, recon, absolutely everything. Could you imagine throwing all of the fighter planes your country has at a singular ship that's referred to as a tin can, and it
does nothing?
Fucks up all of them. By this point in time, the VT fuse has officially changed naval and aerial warfare forever. And it's about to change warfare as a whole, because by late 1944, Eisenhower sees how effective the VT fuse is for the Navy in Great Britain, and he ends up demanding that they give it to his ground troops in Europe. After seeing how overwhelmingly effective they are, he doesn't give a shit about it being top secret and only firing it over the ocean anymore, because by the time they're able to capture a dud and reverse engineer it, the war's gonna be over, and he knows that. So they take the VT fuse and they start sticking it in normal artillery. Now, normal artillery up until now was usually direct impact, right? The shell hits the ground, it explodes, launches shrapnel everywhere. That's still pretty effective, but if a dude is like dug into a hole, all the shrapnel's gonna fly right over the top of him, right?
But with the VT fuse, it flies right here. Bam. Blows up. That's lethal.
Right? And half the shrapnel, once it hits the ground, goes into the fucking ground immediately. So now with the proximity fuse, it's gonna sense the ground 40, 50, 60 feet above, and it's gonna blow up and blow all that shit straight down on top of people, whether they're in a foxhole or not. This new airburst artillery is so devastating that the
And it can kill you, bro. All that shrapnel can just devastate your whole. It doesn't even actually have to impact, and a lot of people think that like you have to get hit directly or it has to hit right next to you. No, man, shrapnel, man, one of the number one causes of death for soldiers in Afghanistan. I don't know about Iraq, but one of the number one causes of death for us when we were over there, blood loss, man, blood loss. Whether it be the carotid, the femoral, some kind of artery, you bleed out, man. Shrapnel, it will fuck you up.
first time it's ever used in combat, it basically puts the linchpin in the European.
And depending on the artery, depending on what's bleeding, you don't have much time, man. Minutes.
Theater and ends the war. Because the first time the VT fuse was used in combat was at the Battle of the Bulge. Okay, if you don't know what the Battle of the Bulge is, essentially Germany was on their heels and they decided, fuck it, we're gonna throw one big last Hail Mary. We're gonna take everything we've got in one big offensive and attack the American line, try to punch through with our blitzkrieg tactic and destroy the Americans. And it was working out for them right up until it started raining metal. The new air burst artillery absolutely shredded German infantry units. There was nowhere they could hide. Foxholes weren't really that effective against air burst, and even if they wanted to dig one, the ground was half frozen, and when they tried to hide in the wood line, the air burst literally cut the forest down around them. You can find pictures of the Ardennes forest after the Battle of the Bulge, and the tops of the trees are just cut off with complete carnage underneath them. But chubby Electron guy's exaggerating. The VT fuse wasn't that big of a deal, and it didn't make a huge impact at the Battle of the Bulge. Buh. You know what? Fine. Don't take my word for it. I wasn't there. Let's see what General Patton had to say about it. And I quote, "The funny fuse won the Battle of the Bulge for us. I think when all the armies get this shell, we will have to devise some new method of warfare."
And that method is going to be on how to deflect that round or how to avoid it. Or you know what? They might just shelve that shit for everyone, put that in the fucking Geneva Convention as a do not use item, like they've done with several other things in the past. So who knows? I think that we're so far past the VT fuse, bro, today. We're so far past it in 2025 that everything tracks, bro. Everything tracks. And even if your bullets don't, there's weapon systems in place that will aim your weapon in the right direction and shoot it there. The ordnance on our planes tracks. The ordnance on our ships tracks. Everything tracks. We literally have aimbot on everything today, man. And if you don't, you have some of the best shooters in the world behind these weapons, and they will make sure that those rounds get to where they need to go. It's just crazy. The evolution, man. I don't know if y'all can truly appreciate the gravity of the evolution that has happened in combat throughout the history of our existence on this planet. It just blows my mind because I always think back to like sticks and stones, man. Just imagine living in those times, man, and you have no idea that thousands of years in the future, man, we're gonna be fighting like just. It's almost like Star Wars compared to these people, man. The sticks and stones, the cavemen, the dudes with clubs and shit, the bows and arrows, the spears, right? The shit like that. Their civilization, their society, compared to ours, we're living in Star Wars. We're living in Star Trek compared to those fucking people. So I always think about stuff like that and the evolution and the ways that it went and the avenues that it went and the lanes that we went down war-wise, right? And it's just like, God. You know, we may never make it to Mars, but you bet your sweet ass we will always find a new way to kill each other. That will always be a constant. And it kind of goes hand with death and taxes, right? It will always be a constant.
So yeah, while nuclear bombs ended World War II in the Pacific Theater in particular, they are not the weapon that got the war to its end. That credit belongs to the VT fuse in both the European and the Pacific Theater, and for that reason, it is the most important weapon of World War II. Real quick, I do have to give a special thank you because this video would have never happened if it wasn't for Fort Sill, the home of the artillery down in Oklahoma. In particular, Corey, the curator over at the Air Defense Artillery Training and Support Facility, which is basically a museum for the history of American air defense weapons platforms, and the proximity fuse was one of probably 200 exhibits there. Me and my friend Ethan, also known as Habitual Line Crosser here on YouTube, got together and we're making a new Pepperbox exclusive show where we get to go around the country and tour military museums and learn from the curators at those museums. And here's the teaser for that.
The Fort Benning Museum is nice. I think you'd like that one.
Support facilities are not open to the public, and they are basically facilities that we can bring in soldiers to instill a little bit of esprit de corps to them. And Congress finds themselves looking down the barrels of two hot 40 millimeters. When you hurt Congress, that's going to be the end of your program.
It worked perfect. Why are they mad? It hates piles of shit. It's awesome.
All right, we're going to stop it there. There is another Fat Electrician video that was requested. If y'all want to watch it, let me see. No, we did all that. Hold on. Where's that other Oh no, it's David, are you still here? We can do yours. Extinct zoo when Australia had a sea. I don't even know what that means because ocean surrounds Australia. What do you mean when Australia had a sea? I guess we'll find out. Knock this one out. David, you here? Did dude used to be fat or something? Who? Fat Electrician? I don't know what you're commenting on, Ashley. David's not here. We can do Katai, you're still here, right? I don't really consider Fat Electrician to be fat. Well, depending on it depends on how tall he is. Given his size, if he was like, I don't know, 5'3", yeah, he'd be fat, but I don't think Fat Electrician's short, bro. I think he's either my height or taller. And he looks like he's about in his, like, in 200s, right? So for that height as a male, 200s, that's not fat. You just slightly fluffy, but probably still strong, because maybe he goes to the gym. I don't know. Well, because he is a little bit fluffy, people probably call him fat, man. And Fat Electrician is just one of those stereotypes where, like, you see a lot of plumbers. Usually they kind of chubby, right? Plumbers crack, big belly. With electricians, sometimes, right? Back in the day, not so much anymore. You know, most of these fucking look like me, really. But you know the stereotype electrician that's like chubby, fat. Stereotype mechanic that's like chubby, fat. It also goes in line with that. And he is on the bigger side, I suppose. He definitely don't look like me, so I mean, is he fat? One could argue, right? But I don't know. All right, Katai, let's see what yours is. This one. That first one, Katai, was straight up diabolical, bro. That's not even moving outwards, man. I'm telling you, that's fighting, but you can't fight a wizard. Wait. Is that... What's his name? Emotional damage. What's that guy's name? Stephen He. Is that Stephen? It is.
Now you can save on Cox Internet when you add Cox Mobile.
I hope he says it. I hope he says the thing in this video. Come on, man. There's no way. All right. I hope he does it. I hope it's there. We got the cameo. We just need you to say the tagline once.
There he is.
Sorry I'm late.
What's up, man? What are you drinking?
Water. You know me?
That's right. Still going strong, huh?
Going strong. 6 months, eh?
Proud of you, man.
Is that a clown?
And if you really believe in the magic, one can become two.
Oh, they got a magician for the barbecue.
Yeah, I guess his acting degree didn't work out.
All right, bye-bye now.
I don't know, man. The reviews on Craigslist, this guy's legit. I think he's real.
What, it's one of the children's tricks? Come on, it's fake.
Fake. Magic is fake. Clown. This guy right here, what's his name? What's his Chris Barnett. My man Chris looks like a combination between Cillian Murphy and Matt Rife. Good for you, my man. Like, I was in my head, I was like, God, this guy just like reminds me of someone, like multiple people. There you go.
Clown. Fake clown. Magic isn't real.
Where did everybody go? Yeah. What's your name, sir? Steven. How did you get here? Where's everybody?
Would you like to be my volunteer for the next trick?
Fine. I'll have you know I've watched every Magic Mike movie, so you're not gonna impress me. Come on, let's do it.
Pick a card, any card. Don't show me. Whenever you're ready.
Okay, got it.
You got it? Hang on to that. Put it in your pocket.
Okay.
I'm going to reshuffle the deck. Make sure you still have your card. What happened?
It was a bet. Okay, I don't know when you did that, but come on, it's like basic.
Let's see if we can find it, huh?
Yeah, nothing too impressive.
When I snap my fingers, your card will jump to the top of the deck. All right. Is this your card?
What did you fail Magic 101? No, that is not my card.
Really? That is embarrassing. I'm sorry. If you'll allow me, perhaps I can find the magic and still make you a believer.
Wow, you'd be better as a poet. But yeah, just go ahead. Come on, try me.
Great. For this next trick, I will need $1.
All right, okay, no problem.
I'm sure you can afford it.
In modern day, that's cheap entertainment. Here we go.
Wonderful. And when I wave my hands, it will slowly disappear. Ta-da.
Turn them over.
Would you like me to bring it back for you then?
No, you're gonna need it more than I do.
Oh, thank you for your gratuity, sir.
Gig economy is hard right now. I'm the one that shorted it, so.
So was that trick not big enough for you?
Gotta say, I see why you're on Craigslist.
Well, let's see if we can rectify that situation. Make it bigger. If you'll please, direct your attention to my cellular device.
A phone trick? What, did you fucking learn this on YouTube?
Is this your bank account?
Oh,
Where'd you get that?
Shit.
When I snap my fingers this time, I'll make all of your dollars disappear. I believe that's your phone. It might be a text message from your bank.
Jimmy, what the hell was that? No, I got the notification. What? How? You don't know. What do you mean?
Magic.
Give me back my money.
Slow down. You wouldn't want to choke.
What is the infatuation with having shit come out of people's mouths?
What was that? I can't quite hear you. You're gonna have to speak up, Steven. I have a magic flower here. Would you like some water?
I want it.
Yeah.
Oh,
there you go.
Ah! Is that vodka?
I knew it.
I am sober.
You were sober. Like magic.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend you. If I did, I'm sorry. Just let me get out. I don't want anything else to do with this.
But wait, we can't. We can't leave.
Go, please. I'm so amazed. I've seen everything.
I still have to guess your card.
It's good. You don't have to guess my card. I'm so amazed.
Oh, but I do. You see, I need to make you believe in the magic. And I brought a special guest.
Who did you... Spucky? Spucky? Is that you, Spucky? Hey, buddy, what's going on? Oh my, is that chocolate?
Oh no.
Who fed him chocolate, Spucky?
Oh, that's so bad.
Hey, look at me.
Steven, focus.
Why did we We're gonna need to call the Fed. We need to call the Fed.
Wait, Steven, what's that in his mouth?
It's a rat. Yeah, what? So what? It's
Pull
a
the
wrapper.
wrapper out.
Why?
What brand of chocolate is it?
What does that matter? What brand it is? Chocolate glass.
Magic. Are you a believer now? Good boy. All right, kids, who wants a balloon animal? It's a dog.
It's a dog. Oh, that was diabolical.
I'm just saying, ESPN Bet has seen green, Steven's A-list. Why can't I have a cool sounding feature?
Yo, he drained that man's bank. Well, first off, he drained his bank account. He ruined his sobriety. And then he killed his dog. That's S-tier levels of petty. The name of this video was When You Piss Off a Magician by something Barnett. I think it's Chris. Yeah. Check some of the...
What's your name, sir? You'll be my man.
Alright, we're not gonna watch the bloopers. Alright, now we're gonna do something from the watch later. Probably a try not to laugh. Who wants to run it? Who wants to run it? When everything goes wrong, funny fails. Who's doing it with me? Alright. Do y'all want big screen, little face cam, or do you want me to keep it like this? Tell me. Oh shit, hold on. I thought that was an ad. What happened? Oh, okay. Alright. Okay. No, fuck. Okay. When everything goes wrong, funny fails. Trying to laugh. Here we go. Oh, by a bird. Dog, there's no way you didn't see. There's no... Damn. She straight fell the fuck over. I wish I would have been that guy. You know he laughed hard as hell.
Don't drop the phone though.
Oh, right, ready?
Shane, make sure you grab it, man.
Genuinely.
Oh my god!
Oh, what the hell, man? Are you actually stupid?
Yeah, he barely even threw it, bro. He did that shit on purpose. Yo, at least you got out of the way before that shit fell. There's somebody in there? Oh no, you fucked him twice! 3 times! Oh lord.
Hi guys, welcome to another vlog.
And look who knocked on my door. Loader leaves Ferrari.
Yeah, but like loads of money.
Whack it up.
Yo, tap it. Holy negative. Negative points. Someone should sweep that. That's
No brakes! No brakes! No brakes!
back up. Back up. Oh my god. This is bad. That's what you get, bro. You're a hipster, not a skater.
Come on, let's go.
Damn. No, not in your underwear. Not in your underwear. Jesus. Was that a busted pipe?
Right?
He didn't get enough of a damn. And he's gonna run back through it. Watch. Oh no. Oh no. There he goes. There it is. Now he's gonna concrete all through the house. And he broke the club. That club sucks. He barely swung. Dude, he's like out. Wow. That's... Jesus. You're in a hotel too. That's gonna cost you.
Oh,
Yo, is that Andrew Garfield and Peter Parker? Yeah, that was Andrew Garfield and Tom Holland.
Oh, he's been in love.
What the?
What? Rick. Oh lord.
Those are really good.
I think I've seen this. No way.
Let me get a...
Thank you for spamming.
Damn. Why do people do this? And they fuck up the ball's gone. I almost dropped my croissant. Excuse me.
What are you doing? I'm gonna try. I just need to get Graham's next epicness.
Oh lord. There went the kid.
It's the first lesson.
With Asana, AI teammates are here to help keep
That's
work on
deep.
track. Try it for free. Pain hit.
No, come on.
Tylenol Rapid Release Gels.
Oh, get the fuck out of the way, ladies. Oh my god, are you drunk? Oh no, that's a dude. Get the dude. Show your tits or move. Fucking around in the street. Damn. That's not the door, bro. Crazy. What are you doing? Are you trying to do a split with stilts? Almost like he stole something. No way he fucks this up. Oh no. Oh god. Oh. Yo, what was the time? What was? I'm sorry. What was the timestamp on that? 5:33. I gotta go back. When this is over, I gotta watch that one again. There's. Oh, he doubled down on the failure. You gotta love when they double down. He just. Looking good. Not gonna go though. No! Dang.
Yeah, excuse me.
Come in. Yeah, in my room.
Excuse me.
In my room.
Yeah, in his room.
In my room.
You're not in the right bedroom. It's his room. Look.
How the did he get in the honor, you dumb cunt?
No, seriously. You're laughing. Is that your video?
That's my video from work, look.
No problem, mate. Sorry about that.
How did he get in the honor?
How did he get in?
Oh my god. Jesus.
Oh my god.
That is a good way to just park, I suppose. There you go. Nice kick.
Oh. Oh.
Wow.
Let's go here.
Oh my god, how did you she just like collapsed? How? Man.
Speed now.
Oh, that little piece might break. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Damn, the
we got a
window.
broken window.
Yep. Someone just got bitch slapped. Damn. Holy. I've seen this.
Meteor.
Sarah, get away.
It's not gonna explode.
No, that's just about to collapse.
Oh my god, Eric.
That's just about to collapse.
God.
Holy god!
He laid himself out. All the way off. You know that hurt. Oh, that hurt. At what cost, bro? At what cost?
I bet you I can wipe this away faster than you can smack my hands.
I love
You ready?
it. Dude,
I can hit you as hard as I want.
I'm gonna do this to my dad one of these days.
Yeah. You ready?
I'm gonna do this thing that I saw on the internet. We'll see if it works.
You broke the stove.
What did you break?
The cooktop.
Did you really?
Yeah.
That's $2,000 gone. Dude, just come on.
There's a snake in there.
Oh, gross. No, come back.
You get that shit the fuck out. Yo, no way. Yo, he just walked in. Oh my god, what a fucking menace. What a menace. He went in, wrecked their party, and left.
Stand on top of the... Oh.
Jesus, Deborah. There you go. How did this happen? Explain your... Right in the pool, huh?
When we are together.
So close. You lost! No! No, Katai, what'd you lose on?
Special with Kraft Natural.
Damn. You know, that hurt him. That hurt his soul. See? Right on your face. Oh,
Look
my
at me.
God.
Take 3. 1, 2, 3, go.
No way, bro. Yep.
Let go.
Damn, someone got their face landed on. You got too hype. Now you're grounded. Yeah. Damn. Right in the kisser.
This is called the kick and slide.
Let's see it, little man. Yo, he's got a good sense of humor. He ate shit.
I'm sorry, Mom.
Ain't no way I would do this to my mom.
Mom, it was meant to be Daddy. It was meant to be Daddy.
That was meant to be for your dad? I'd much rather do it to my mom than my dad. Damn! She a solid jab right there. That was clean. What are you doing? See? Look at you.
Take my donation. I'm gonna drop kick now. Yes!
You have the coordination of a ladybug. Wow, I didn't think it was that long. But she said. And there she went. Spidey is gonna have such a good weekend. Oh no, his weekend's ruined! Oh no! Now you're never gonna get laid by MJ.
Are you filming?
I'm surprised your glasses stayed on. Damn, that was good. It was going good.
Not bad for a pandemic haircut I did myself. Pretty good. Guys.
Oh god.
Hey, guys, quit it.
That's terrible, dog.
Cool.
I can explain.
That's alright. I don't really.
They're roommates. You can tell. Did that pizza go through the wall? Did you just throw a pizza through a... Jackasses. Oh my god. Oh, that was just meant for failure.
Oh boy, you okay?
The hell? See? I'd lay there too. Don't even get up.
Perfect fit, so. Quick, catch him! Oh.
Jesus. That dog is about to go after you though. He's gonna catch you. Oh no. Oh no.
Drop it, right?
Slow.
Oh,
Yep,
no.
real slow.
It's not gonna fit. It is gonna fit, but y'all pooped it.
Not like that.
Not, yeah.
Holy
There's a trampoline on your roof.
Oh my
I don't think
God.
you're supposed to have that up there. What are you gonna do? Oh!
Oh, there, mate.
What's this?
What
What you mean, what is it? That's a damn phone. What you mean, what is
Telephone,
it?
girl.
How you use it? What do you mean, how do you use it, Aaron?
It got letters on it like you could text, but you can't text it.
You can't text on that damn phone. You ain't never seen a phone before. That's all that damn technology.
The rotary phone. These damn kids, holy shit. And now you got a rotary
With
TV.
Chewy Pharmacy, you can get all your pet medications delivered.
Worn by ads. You need.
I would just give up, Jeff. You're never gonna laugh, man. I won't even try. Then again, you
Imagine
probably
being
are
able to
trying. Damn.
I mean, wait for it to go.
It felt so hard. Oh my god.
I'm gonna come up there right now and I'm gonna f that thing up your yourself. You might hang out. We don't mind if you right now.
No. Girl. What did you think? He fucked himself up. Oh my god. What a shit show. Oh my god. What a terrible... That guy was not having a good go with all the, like, Jesus. Oh lord. Didn't even make it. Holy shit. I don't even know what she was trying to do. Oh no. Your dishwasher's leaking. What did you do? No, that's not the dishwasher, that's the... What was the plan? Were you gonna throw it up, do a push-up, stand up, and catch? What was the plan? What was the plan? Dude. Damn.
Oh my god.
The white rhino charges! The white rhino charging and tripping journeys!
That's a strong door. Or you're just one weak big bastard.
This is a butterfly or a moth or some that's as big as a bird.
Jesus!
Get it away from me!
Open the door!
Move over to there.
It's not gonna kill you. Oh, that's what you like to see. Do it. Yo, homegirl right here on the far left, she was getting it. She was so happy. I think she was on the verge of taking her shirt off.
Get out of there.
No, he's in it. He's in it to win it. He's in there like swimwear. It's probably... Oh, gone. Oh, no, wait. That sucks. That hurts. Yeah, he's reeling. Oh no. Oh no, don't fall.
Oh!
Holy shit, it got away from her. I fucking won, but dog, I gotta go back to this. This shit right here is too good. Hold on. Not this. Not this. Watch. Look, he's about to put something on the table and spills a whole last cup of water. He's like, oh, damn it. Shit. My bad. Sorry, I'll get it. Okay, I'll bring it over here to this table. I'll move. Oh, shit. Nope, I don't got it. I don't... And then he just laid there in the Jesus pose like this. He was just like... There was another one here that I thought was really, really funny, and then the guy with the medicine ball, that was too much. That was absolutely too much. I don't know what he thought, bro, but look at this. It's just the smack that it makes when it hits him. And then when it hits him, he's like, listen. That was so good. Holy shit. Oh my god. I can't. I fucking can't. That shit was too good. Holy. I got a headache now. Alright. That's gonna do it, man. My niece just got here not too long ago. I don't have to deal with her, but I'm gonna go feed her real quick. Make sure she's good for the rest of the day, because I plan on doing other shit with the rest of my day. But we'll be live tomorrow. Tomorrow will be music. Put in your music requests for tomorrow. That way we have stuff to do. That way it's not a short stream and we have to come back over to YouTube. And at some point today, I will be live on Monster Hunter on Twitch if y'all want to hang out. So that's gonna do it. The only one we didn't get to was David's because he wasn't here. He was here for a time and then he left. So all right. Love you guys. If you want anything, hit me up on Discord, add or DM me. I'll see you tomorrow for music. Put the music stuff in, and yeah, we'll go from there. All right. Love y'all. Bye.